Alright then, so here we are on our beautiful and beloved Fedora Linux, the place where we left off, and in this video we're going to properly customize, optimize and set up this particular setup according to my needs, which is to install a proper DaVinci Resolve Studio setup. Then we're going to optimize it for gaming and battery life. So if you're a laptop user who needs to use their laptop for multiple things, like for example, sometimes you need proper performance, but most of the time you need proper battery life. Yes, we are going to do that. So let's start the process. Well, I'm going to start with the visual overhaul here. I've already downloaded DaVinci Resolve Studio. So now I'm going to start with the icon pack, for which we're going to use Papyrus. Just search for Papyrus icon pack on Google. Go to the GitHub link and search for, well, this. Here you can see what are the commands for your particular distribution. I'm going to copy them, open the terminal, paste them, enter. There we go. And the download begins. Now the next thing is the theme. Like, I'm not going to change the default GNOME theme into something else, but I want theme in multiple applications like this one. It's a little too plain for me. I need something better, which would actually suit the fluid animation and everything else of GNOME. So for that, we're going to, well, go for Orchis GTK theme, obvious reasons. Just search for Orchis theme. Well, don't forget the GTK. There we go. Now the best way is to just download the whole package from here. And yeah, maybe I should go on and download another wallpaper, but to be honest, I like this. Alright then, so both of the things have been downloaded. Let me just install the theme first. Download, Orchis, extract, extraction completed. Open. Now here open it in console or terminal and then type /install.sh-l. This is the link for libadwaita and, well, if you know, GTK4 applications, which is very, very, very important, especially in the newer version of GNOME. There we go. Installation begins and installation nearly ends. This is what I'm talking about, the link for libadwaita and GTK4. Alright then, so our visual overhaul is nearly complete. Let's just launch tweak, continue. Alright then, there's one thing missing, the cursor, for which I'm going to use Bipata Modern Cursor. Just search it on Google. Now, I'm trying to search for an easier way to just use some commands to install it. Well, we do have a repository. There we go. Enter. Yes. And now let's install it. Install. And there it begins. There it ends. Yes. And we're done. Now let's launch tweaks again. Well, we are forgetting something, aren't we? Well, we're forgetting the shell themes, but we don't need that because I'm not going to change the shell. Here, let's go on with Bipata Original Cursor or just Originalize maybe. No, not this one. I want Bipata Modern Classic. Oh, it's the opposite one. This one. There we go. For the icons, just go for Papyrus. Always works. Legacy applications, go with Orchis Lite or maybe just Orchis. And we are done. All the icons have been transformed and the overall look of all the applications and everything else is just beautiful and fluid. This is what I like. Now the first part is complete, which is the visual overhaul. If you just open something else, you can see, well, I'm going to have to relaunch a few stuff. Now you can see things have been changed and now it looks way better. Now it is time to properly install maybe DaVinci Resolve. Well, first, let's just fix the battery life, okay? Because that is important. Now for that, you have multiple options. Well, you can just rely on these power modes, which sometimes work, sometimes don't. That is why I prefer Auto CPU Frec. Auto CPU Frec. Well, the best thing I do, the best way you can do it is to just go for ChatGPT. And I'm going to ask him. Now I want to use Auto CPU Frec. I want to install it on manually install Fedora setup. Just that. Alright then, we have a complete setup of how can we install it. So let's start with the dependencies. There we go. Looks like we already have most of them. Let's start with the repository, official one. Good. Let's get into our repository. Now let's install the tool. There we go. Select a key. I need to install. I enter. Yes, I do need to install these dependencies. Installation begins. Installation nearly ends. And now Auto CPU Frec. Well, we do have a lot of other things to install as well. While we're at that, we have a few other things we need to do as well. Alright then, all the necessary Python packages are being installed. Most of the dependencies have been installed as well. This is mostly the last one. Well, let's check out other commands. So we're going to start the servers, verify the running, and then install daemon mode persistently if it's not already enabled during installed. It ensures auto start on boot. Well, we do need that. And then we need everything to run on automatic. Alright then, so it was installed successfully. Good. Now let's enable the service like this. Okay, we do have a problem, which means we need to install it first like this. Yep. Now let's try again. There we go. And now systemctl. There we go. And now let's verify if it's running or not. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. It's going to operate, manage, and optimize everything by itself. The best, experience I've ever got on my laptop in terms of battery life. Now, I do need it to, run automatically every time. So I'm going to say, I want auto CPU effect to work always in the background, automatically handle everything permanently. Alright then, all I need to do is that. Let's see. It's active, running, but the preset has been disabled. I gotta fix that. So what I'm gonna do is just copy the result, paste it here, and let it know what I saw. Yeah, well, it should be really good. Okay. So yeah, we don't need to do anything. And as you can see, our power modes have disappeared because now auto CPU Freak will do everything in the background by itself. Hooray, we have done another thing. Now let's think about what next. Well, we do have a proper application for that as well. There it is. And you can also, change power modes at will if you need to. But I'm going to just keep it in the auto section. Now let's think what else to do. Well, we have to set it up for gaming. Now, in terms of game, I don't play much, but still, let's install Steam. Well, it's pretty easy. Sudo dnf install Steam. That's it, if I remember correctly. Yep, that is it. Now, while it's installing, I would like to properly install my DaVinci Resolve Studio as well. So I'm going to ask, I want to install DaVinci Resolve Studio. Let's prep the PC. Well, we are going to need all these dependencies and essentials. So, well, yeah. Let me just extract the setup file first. It's in the downloads. I'm just going to move it to documents, important stuff, and here extract. There we go. It's extracting. Now our Steam has been installed. Let's install the essential libraries. Okay, what the hell? Okay, I'm going to need to add skip unavailable first. So let's try. Let's try again. Allow erasing, allow skip broken. I'm going to have to do all of them. Let's go with skip broken as well. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Steam has been installed. I'll set it up later, but yeah, that's it. And now for the last thing, which you all, like most of you, even if you don't do heavy video editing or gaming, you need these multimedia codecs. You can ask ChatGPT for them. Well, I'm going to have to do all of that shit again. I do have an idea though. I'm just going to copy from here to here. Control C, Control L. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, enter. And we're good to go. Now I'll just install the DaVinci Resolve Studio. The setup process is boring, so I'm going to pause the video. Alright then, so DaVinci Resolve has been installed. A lot of other things. I'm going to organize everything later. But let's just launch it and see if it works properly or not. I'm expecting some things which might not be proper, like, the lag or GPU memory support out of the box in the installer. We have to set it up properly by ourselves. We're going to need to launch it through Prime Run. But yeah, let's see. So here it is. The latest version is also available. Not now. Why don't I? This is the thing I was trying to talk about. Your GPU memory is full. Well, it's a petty little issue. The fix is pretty easy. You just have to, edit the shortcut of how you launch this and launch it using Prime Run or NVIDIA. Well, I need to launch it using NVIDIA GPU. Daddy. If you have your own normal GPU or an integrated GPU, you'll not have this issue. But since we do have this, we're going to need to launch it properly using this command. First, we need to check if this works or not. After that, we will, fix it. What the hell? Let's try it again, shall we? Come on. There we go. It's launching. Let's start a project. Alright then, till now nothing. Let me just grab some video files like which one, maybe this one, let's go on with this one. Yep, we don't have any issues at all. It's working pretty fine, smooth, mostly because even if I'm on battery power, still auto CPU frag is handling everything in the background properly. So yes, this command does works. Now, let me just, this work. Let's add it to the official shortcut to launch. First, we're gonna need to search which is, the proper resolve because sometimes it's in different places, sometimes it's not. Well, we found it here. So now we're gonna need to edit the installer. There you go. What is the name? Resolve. Let's try. Don't be empty. Well, it's empty. That means it's the wrong one. Well, let me just guess. Now it should be easier. Let's try it again. And we're in the right place now. Now we just need to copy this command here and replace the execution line with the NVIDIA Prime load line like this. Hopefully, Control X, Control Y, enter, and we're good to go. Now we need to refresh our repository. So how can I do that? Well, this is it. Refresh desktop entries. There we go. And now let's launch it again and see if we still have that issue or not. You can do this with almost any application. If you need that application to run directly from the GPU and you do not want to rely on the hybrid graphics. So now since we are here, okay, we still have that issue. And I'm going to need to properly restart. I've already saved the proper execution file here, but we're going to need to reboot the system in order for that to particularly, start with that new command. We can actually check if our NVIDIA supports that or not through NVIDIA SMI, which it does. And since I'm already recording the video, it's using OBS with around 250 MBs. Really nice. 9 watts, a little on the higher side, but still. I'm recording in 60 FPS, really high bit rate. So it's obvious. And now, yep, that's it. I've properly configured my setup, which now has automatic CPU frequency optimization, which means way better battery life. Then I've installed Steam and I've installed DaVinci Resolve Studio. And I've made my desktop look a little better. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about it and if you have any suggestions to what else I could have done. And yep, I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, I'm signing out.